Hey guys, different video today. We have Apple Tomorrow from Twitter on with us, who has been creating some awesome renders of different Apple products, based on the rumors that have been out there, based on patents that are out there. So, hey, Apple Tomorrow, nice to meet you. Saad, yeah?
Yeah, that's my name. Yeah, it's really nice to meet you too. Finally, we've been talking back and forth for quite some time now, and I've been looking forward to this, truly.
Yeah, awesome. So you started on Twitter in April, and you've already got, what, like 700 followers, something like that?
Some 750, 752.
755 right now. So we've used some of your renders in some of our videos, which has been super awesome that you were like really happy for us to use them. I really appreciate that. It does help kind of bring things to life because I have not got the skills to do this. But what is it that you use to create these renders? Like, how did you start? What do you use now? What do you do?
Yeah. So, uh, the, I started with 3D graphics like over a year ago. I think it was like August, July, August. We had summer vacations here, so I was free. Um, I have an uncle who used to work at Google, so I asked him about all of this stuff, VFX, 3D graphics. He knew a lot about it, and he told me to start with a program called Blender, Blender 3D. It's a free open source software. So he said it's free. You can download it, start working with it. If you like it, go ahead, go forward, explore other stuff. And if you don't like it, it's free. You can just delete it, and you'll be fine. So I st- uh, before I downloaded the program and before I started working, I was terrified. Most of that comes from movies, sci-fi movies, because we see people typing, going crazy with their computers, and so I had the sort of I had an idea in mind that going to be some sort of terrifying. It's really not. It's very simple, and I'm glad. So yeah, when I started with 3D graphics, I used to work for days and days on a project, and when the final render would come out, I would be disappointed. I would be I would be sad to see that all of those days of work, uh, it just wouldn't be up to the mark for me. Because I thought right off the bat, I start, it's going to be awesome. But that's not how it works. That's not how anything works. Now, about a year into it, when I go back and watch all of those tutorials that I used to watch at that time, I know that it it wasn't that hard. And so yeah, that's how I started with 3D graphics.
Awesome. So, if you were starting again today, like which tutorials would you look for first of all? Are there certain people out there that are making great tutorials, or are there some kind of really ropey ones out there?
Yeah. So the main thing about when I started, of course, the first place I went to was YouTube, and I searched for Blender tutorials, like many people will do, almost all people would do. So on YouTube, the thing is, anybody could come and upload a video. I could go and upload a video right now. 100 people would watch it, and if I know what I'm doing, then those 100 people learned the right thing. And if I don't know what I'm doing, and I just recorded my screen, I talked, and I uploaded the video, those few people, they got misguided, and so that's what happens with most people. When I started, I went for the channel with the most views. I went with the channel with the most subscribers, and well, for the most part, that was fine. There's Blender Guru. He makes
Hmm.
awesome tutorials. Everybody should go and watch that. If they're starting off, there's a tutorial series on his channel for making a donut, and that's
Okay.
very helpful for beginners. And Ducky 3D, he's doing awesome work. Um, there's CG Geek, and all of these guys. They're doing awesome work, but there are other channels. They're underrated channels with not many views at all. They have 100, 200 views, but the way they teach and their methodology is very good. Now, I don't remember the exact names of all of them, but these three channels, CG Geek, Blender Guru, and Ducky 3D, they're doing awesome work. Yeah, I think that the way they teach is correct. They're teaching with the right mindset. They're not teaching on YouTube for the views and for the money. They're teaching it generally because they like 3D graphics and they work in 3D graphics they work for years and years.
Mm-hmm. Do you watch? Are there any channels that you kind of watch more for entertainment? Because I love watching stuff like the Corridor Crew channel. I don't know if you've seen those guys that do all the CG stuff for movies. They make their own kind of 3D graphics for that. Those guys are really cool. Is there anyone that you watch just because you like really enjoy the stuff that they produce?
The only sort of animation films that I've watched, short films, are from Blender themselves. They have a YouTube channel, and with every new version of Blender that comes out, there is a film that comes out with it that is made in Blender. And the latest one, called Spring, is awesome. It just shows the immense amount of capability in a free open source software. So yeah, I watched Blender's own videos. Apart from that, I don't really watch any. I don't watch any channels.
And one of the main reasons that we ended up chatting in the first place, number one, I wanted to use some of your renders in some of the videos, which was the main thing. And then the other thing was I had that Apple Watch concept that I know you've now put into Blender, and you've done some awesome renders with that. Have you got anything else that you're working on at the moment?
What I'm working on currently right now, what is rendering, is an iPhone 12 short clip. It's going to be the one with the 2 cameras, the base model. It's a sort of a short clip with some camera movement and just a simple render. Other than that, I'm working on AirPod Studio renders because before that whole John Prosser leak stuff, we didn't know exactly what they were looking like. So I was going off of Beats Studio, Beats Solo headphones, and now that we know the exact design, I'm revising that. I'm bringing it up to the current level. So yeah, I'm working on that. Other than that, the Apple Watch concept that you advised me to do, I'm working on another render of that as well because I'm really, really a fan of that design. The flat edges on an Apple Watch would be awesome.
Yeah, I think as well, because we're now into, the 3rd year of having that larger display, the kind of Apple Watch 4, 5, 6 display. I think next year they're probably due to update the design language a little bit. So if everything else is going to the flat sides, the iPad Pro style with the iPhone 12 and everything else, fingers crossed, we might see that on the Apple Watch, and we're a year ahead.
Yeah, we're. I mean, the Apple Watch fundamental design hasn't really changed since the first generation. The screen sizes have grown, the bezels have shrunk, other sort of dimension proportions have changed. But the fundamental design is still the same. So I guess, then next year.
Yeah, awesome. So I guess we're going to wrap this up a little bit, but where is the best place that people can find you if they want to see more of your work? I know you're on Twitter. Are you on Instagram or anything else like that at the moment?
Instagram, no. I started a page on Instagram, but it wasn't taking off. But Twitter is the way it is. Anyone can see your tweets. It's not just about the ones who follow you can see your tweets. So yeah, I'm solely on Twitter for the renders. Yeah.
Cool. I will make sure that your handle is up on the screen throughout this whole video. And thank you just so much for joining me. And I'm sure we'll be working together on some more stuff in the future.
Yeah, I certainly hope so.
Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that video with Saad. Go and follow him on Twitter. He's got some awesome stuff. But let me know as well in the comments, do you enjoy this kind of video? I know it's a little bit different, but we're talking to people that are making a difference kind of in the Apple community. There is a huge number of people out there that make wicked renders of different Apple stuff, and it's all this kind of stuff that really brings it to life when we're actually trying to understand what Apple is bringing out next. Obviously, everything that's done is kind of built on what we expect and what the rumours are saying. But let me know if you want to see any more content like this, if you want me to kind of reach out to other creators or other people in the Apple ecosystem. Let me know in the comments. Love you all.